There are times in this game where literally no matter what you try to do to help a team, it is impossible to carry them to victory, no matter how well you play. And I call those spud runs. And this is another one of those videos because, as you know, I don't always show the awesome games. I show some of the bad ones too, because we all have bad games, especially if it's legendary tier, because it seems that nobody up there knows how to play a damn game for the life of them. But this is down at tier 5, and I divvied up with Griff down there in the California, who was helping out his friend White Mountain to grind up the American Cruiser tech tree. This is a game from a long time ago, and I don't think I'd had the Huger for very long. Obviously, it's pre-Will to Rebuild nerf, but it's not pre-Get a Brain Cell, because there are very few in this game. And it's sad to say that we all lose a few brain cells in this game as well. I'll just say Griff gets a little bit aggressive, and White Mountain puts himself in a situation that he's never going to get out of. So, not only do I have to play the propellers off this ship to try and bring a win home, it's obvious from a pretty early stage that we have got all the potatoes. I'm not going to say that Griff and White Mountain were potatoes, but mistakes were made, and even I made a mistake here, but it was a non-survivable mistake, I think. Either way, I was done, but here we are. We're pushing White Mountain round because he decided to go full steam ahead, and I'm like, mate, I'm turning straight out. And so we are stuck together like Siamese twins as we try to get in this turn. And oh look, we have a battleship that's running away from this flank already, and you'll notice that the 3 ships across on the right side of the minimap are just going to back up, and they're going to be joined by another ship. And if you keep one eye on the action and one eye on the minimap, you'll see that those 4 King Edwards are literally there isn't a ship called the King Edward. King Edward is a type of potato, and it is judged to be the best potato, the potato of kings. And these guys certainly take that crown, the jewels, the orb, and the scepter as well. And if you've seen the coronation of King Charles III, you'll know what all those bits are. But here we go. We've got the Mackinson. Is it a New Mexico out there as well? And it's like, okay, let's see what we can do here. Quick check behind us to see what's going on. And that's, I think it was the Koenig already, double fires me. So I have an indication of where this game is going to go. But White Mountain picks himself up a kill on the Marblehead, and that is a job well done. And he's using that island to give him a bit of cover. We snap a shot across at that Chung King, and I'm like, remember that he's behind there. He's got deep water torpedoes, they hit hard, and you don't want to be in the way of them. Griff, who went out against the Mackinson and this New Mexico, has lost a lot of his hit points, and he's in the position where he's literally, I'm going for a ram, and I'm like, don't ram him between us. We can probably take these guys down if you get off your broadside. And White Mountain is able to close up to you and give you some will to rebuild. And there we go. We take a good chunk off him, but Griff has his mind made up. With the few hit points he has left, he is going bow on straight into this guy, and that is going to end in an almighty clash of 2 battleships, and they each go home with a kill. So I'm looking around and thinking, okay, where is my next target? There's a target out there. We need to turn in and start pushing the cap because red team have literally sailed straight through into those caps and are taking them on. You'll notice as well that there's no destroyers in this game, so it's not like you really have to be scared of any torpedoes apart from the Chum King. And you can get him spotted a long way off and you can get rid of him and those nasty deep water torpedoes, but this team seem not to have a clue. I was shaking my head, and if you'd been able to listen in to the live comms of this game at a later stage, you would be buying me a 40-gallon drum to use as a swear box, because to say my language was colourful was yeah, an understatement by a long way, because we will be calling for assistance, and it seems that those four guys just don't seem to be able to take anything on really between them. It's like, you know, it's epicenter, move forward, push the cap, we need to be in here. So that California's quite broadside to me, and I do slam it in reverse to slow down to make sure I can try and get all my turrets onto this guy. And we're looking for the shot, thinking this should be a good one. So we're on just under 60,000 damage there with this one. Again, this was before will to rebuild and all that kind of stuff, and we get 10k off him, or just over 10k. So not a bad salvo, not the greatest salvo, no citadels, but White Mountain there, after I told him not to sail out in front of that gap, it's exactly what he does, and now I find myself with 2 cruisers, and believe it or not, there's going to be another one, but there are still going to be 2 cruisers because I just took that guy out. Now the Aoba, as we all know, has torpedoes, and I think they're around 10 kilometers worth of torpedoes. I'm also taking fire from elsewhere, but this guy makes a mistake and runs straight into the island, and I'm licking my lips, I'm salivating, drooling as I put these shots out, and RNG completely shafts me and gives me absolutely nothing. That would have been a dev strike any other day of the week, apart from this day. And you'll see that we still have, although there's 5 ships in the game, there is only me anywhere near the action. The other 4 guys are still clustered up out there, sticking together, shooting at ships at range. I think the only ship that's visible on the map is the Aoba, which I'm shooting at now. And there are 5 ships out here somewhere, and at least one more of them is going to make himself known to me. There is a low health ship there. I don't know if he's ticking for damage or what, but can the 4 of those guys pick that up? I don't know. Here comes the London broadside. Big mistake, buddy, and again, RNG is going to gift us nothing apart from a high caliber on a Confederate. So there we go. We've done at least 20% damage to 6 ships in the game. We have already accounted for 30% of the total hit points of red team, and we aren't done yet. So 30% of the hit points is, let's say, 120k. And we're going to add almost another 15% to that before this game's over. So that would be 45% of the total hit points of the red team are coming to my tally. But here comes the Aoba. He's feeling brave again. I'm sure he's got his torpedoes reloaded. I'm sure they're going to be coming my direction. Everybody is just spamming HE and burning the hell out of me, and it is getting annoying as flip. But we take the Aoba, we put our turrets on, we go for the London. He's angling out, but we lift the shots a little bit as we fire, and that is him back to port as well with a citadel shot. And I'm thinking, right, I can take a breather, but no, I can't. Look, there are 2 ships left. There's a Nevada, this is the guy, the Koenig, and I'm just thinking, please, for the love of all that is holy, will one of you four ships come in and help me and do something and make a contribution to this game? Push the cap. It's 5v2. We can win this one without a shadow of a doubt. But obviously, this is World of Warships Legends, and I forget about how much some people seem to orgasm from the fact that they get so easily defeated, and I was shaking my head and effing and blinding, and I was apoplectic with rage at the absolute incapability of half the team here to do anything that is of any value. And again, we're going to get shafted by RNG, because I'm thinking that should have been a kill shot, but no, that's not a kill shot either, and this isn't a kill shot either. What is going to happen here? Is he going to die? Yes, he is going to die. Somebody's taking a shot at him, but I want this kill to be mine. Come on, guys. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. He's still not dead. What on earth is going on here? He's zombie mode. But there we go. That took far, far too long. There is one ship on red team. I am about to burn out, and this one is about to come to a fiery conclusion for me with 176,000 damage. Now, as I said, you remember that I broke the high caliber 30% at around 120, so 180,000 damage would be 45% of the total, but those four absolute spuds cannot do anything. I'm surprised they don't need instructions on how to breathe, and that would only be two things. And the worst bit is we absolutely smash that team on base XP, even without the 50% win bonus. So that guy who was on 1500 at the top of red team, he only scored 1000 base XP, and that is absolutely disgraceful. If you want to see more of my spud runs, there's an entire playlist of them coming up here, so if you want to revel in my pain and misery and despair, stick around and watch one of those. Don't forget, you can make a contribution to the channel now through that little dollar icon that's there on the bottom of the video, and you can also become a member for as little as 99 pence a month. So help me grow the channel, help me get to that 1,000 subs, and help me put a little bit of money back in my pocket for all the time that I invest in entertaining you. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.